Okay, let's look at the one that's a little bit more complex, because now I'm still going to ask you for a degree of 3. We're still writing polynomials. But here my zeros are going to be 1, and then I give you 3 plus 2i. Remember, with complex, they always come in pairs, so you have to do the conjugate, which means we're going to change the sign in front of the imaginary part. So my other intercept will be 3 minus 2i. Now, we are going to go ahead and solve this exactly the same way we've done all the other ones, the way we've written all the other polynomials. We're going to do x equals 1, x equals 3 plus 2i, and then x equals 3 minus 2i. And we're just going to get these all set equal to 0. So I have x minus 1 equals 0, x minus 3 minus 2i equals 0, subtracting both of these. And then x minus 3 plus 2i equals 0. All right, now we just simply do f of x equals, well, let's do this. We've got our x minus 1, we have x minus 3 minus 2i, and then we have x minus 3 plus 2i. Well, we need to expand. Your good rule of thumb, do the complex part. Do the imaginaries first. So let's do this in a box, because it's going to be a 3 by 3. So we're going to have an x, a negative 3, and a negative 2i. We have an x, a negative 3, and a positive 2i. So now we have our box, a 3 by 3. This will get it nice and organized for us. X times x is x squared. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 2i times x is negative 2xi. We're going to do x times negative 3 gives me negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 3 gives me a 9. And negative 2i times negative 3 gives me 6i. All right, here we go. X times 2i gives me 2xi. Negative 3 times 2i gives me negative 6i. And negative 2i times 2i gives me a negative 4i squared. Now, if we remember, I squared equals negative 1. So this is actually I'll put it down here, just 4. Because this becomes negative 1. Negative 4 times negative 1 is just a 4. So now we're going to combine our like terms and see if anything cancels. Well, I've got an x squared. I've got right here minus 6x from here. These cancel right here. These cancel right here. But now I have a 9 plus a 4, which gives me 13. Okay. Now I still have my x minus 1 out here. And now all I have to do is distribution. X times x squared is x cubed. X times a negative 6x gives me negative 6x squared. X times 13 gives me a 13x. Negative 1 times x squared is a negative x squared. Negative 1 times negative 6x gives me a 6x. Oops. Plus, make sure I put my plus. Negative 1 times 13 gives me a negative 13. Okay, let's combine like terms and see what we get. So I've got my x cubed. I got a negative 6x squared minus x squared should give me negative 7x squared. I've got a 13x and a 6x. This should give me a 19x. And then it leaves me with just my minus 13. And that is going to be your polynomial that's going to have solutions or zeros at 1 and 3 plus or minus 2i. Make sure I get it right here. Cubed minus 7x squared plus x minus 13. Perfect. First try. Gotta love it. Hi, I'm Mr. Buzzard, and these videos are supplemental instruction for my students. If you found the video enjoyable, make sure you click the like button and click subscribe, as well as the bell for notifications to receive future videos on high school mathematics.